Welcome, friends, to Boiler Room Detective Channel. If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe to the channel. This case is the case of the lost heat call. We sold 4 modular boilers to a school, and the installer did an excellent job installing them. The only potential negative to this project was the owner wanted us to use his existing control vendor. The project manager for the company and I had history. He is one of those techs that knows everything. Just ask him. Our last hydronic project together almost destroyed my boilers. His control strategy was to slow the pumps to allow a 50-degree delta T or temperature rise across my boilers. I subscribe to the philosophy of not embarrassing a person in public, so I sent an email only to him informing him that my boilers could not handle that wide of a delta T and suggested a 20 to 30 degree maximum. He scoffed and essentially said my boilers were junk. To top it off, he copied the engineer, architect, maintenance supervisor, and school district superintendent. This set off a flurry of emails and telephone calls, and I had to assure everyone that my boilers were not junk. I copied parts of the installation manual from my boiler and several other popular boilers showing the same delta T requirements. I know it was petty, but I hit reply all on my response. The mechanical engineer agreed, and the control tech grudgingly changed the delta T to 20 degrees. On this current project, the engineer called a month into the heating season to say my boilers weren't working. When my service manager and I arrived, we saw the loop was cooled and our boilers weren't on. The lead boiler started and shut off after only a few minutes. It's losing its call, my service manager said, pointing to the relay. The light signaling a call for the heat was not on. A few minutes later, the light came on and so did my boiler. Like before, the light shut off quickly and so did my boiler. I saw a temperature sensor on the supply pipe and none on the return. The maintenance supervisor and design engineer stepped into the boiler room. Have you figured out why your boilers aren't running? The maintenance supervisor asked. They stood behind me. There's no call for heat, I suggested. What do you mean there's no call for heat? The building is freezing, the man thundered. Calmly pointing to the rib relay, I said, if there were a call for heat, the red light will be lit. The rib relay has a 3-position switch, on, off, and automatic. I pushed the relay switch to the on position and the boiler fired right up. I did the same with the other 3 boilers. The engineer smiled briefly. I explained the sensor controlling the heat was on the supply pipe and shutting off the boilers when it sensed the temperature rise. How do we fix it? The maintenance supervisor asked. I recommended relocating the temperature sensor to the return pipe to allow the boilers to operate longer and eliminate the short cycling. If you want heat until the control company gets it changed, I can leave the boilers enabled, I suggested, and he agreed. We left just 2 enabled because we didn't want to overheat the building. The supervisor called the control vendor and gave him an earful. A few minutes later, my cell buzzed, and I saw it was the know-it-all from the control company. I pressed the answer button and the speaker button. Everyone in the boiler room heard this guy screaming and cursing. Before I could respond, the supervisor said, "Just get out here and get this fixed today." The call ended before I could offer my suggestion of you reap what you sow. It's always a good idea to reset the water temperature using return water temperature to ensure you have heat to the building. If you would like to contact me, my contact information is here. In addition, I have 2 websites. BrewingWithSteam.com is focused on steam systems for breweries and distilleries. It includes a monthly blog about steam issues inside a brewery. My other site is FireIceHeat.com. It is my company's website and shows some of our capabilities. I've authored 11 books on boilers, which are available on Amazon. My technical articles on boilers are included in these fine publications. Thanks for stopping by Boiler Room Detective, and I will see you on the next case.